Discover the rarest and most valuable top 6 UK shillings, each holding remarkable history and immense worth. These coins, featuring royal designs and rich heritage, have captured the interest of collectors worldwide. From rarity to record-breaking value, explore why these historic shillings are now worth millions in today's market. Top 6th is the 1967 2 shillings coin from the United Kingdom. Is one of the most captivating pieces in British numismatic history. Although it once circulated as common currency, it has become an extraordinary treasure for collectors, especially when linked to Queen Elizabeth II. Struck during the era of predecimal currency, the 2 shillings coin, also known as a florin, played a crucial role in everyday transactions. However, the 1967 issue would become a standout, capturing attention for its historical and monetary importance. This coin came at a time when the United Kingdom was preparing for decimalization. Although the shift wouldn't occur until 1971, the coins of the late 1960s now serve as markers of the end of an era, with the 1967 issue being among the final florins minted for circulation. The obverse of the coin features the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. It presents a youthful and elegant image of the monarch wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, symbolizing continuity and national pride. On the reverse, the coin displays a crowned Tudor rose flanked by a thistle, shamrock, and leek, symbols of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales respectively. This design, created by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas, represents the unity of the United Kingdom. Made of cupronickel, the coin has a distinct silvery appearance. Although it replaced the older silver versions from earlier decades, the 1967 edition remains deeply respected due to its design, context, and collectability. What makes the 1967 2 shillings coin so valuable isn't just its historical context but the combination of quality, scarcity in top condition, and certain rare variants. These traits make it highly desirable in the numismatic market. Despite being mass-produced, most of these coins saw extensive use, leaving only a small number in pristine, uncirculated condition. These near-perfect examples are what command attention at auctions and among collectors. Errors and varieties also increase the value significantly. Some rare examples have slight minting errors, such as misaligned edges or faint double strikes, that make them distinct from standard circulation coins. Collectors cherish the 1967 2 shillings not just for its beauty but for its representation of a transitional moment in British currency. As the last florins before the decimal system, they embody the closing chapter of a historic monetary system. The reign of Queen Elizabeth II adds even more to the coin's appeal. Her long and stable leadership became a cornerstone of modern British history, and coins from her earlier years are often regarded as especially valuable. While many may overlook such coins due to their original face value, numismatists understand their deeper worth, which goes far beyond the metal they're made from. For those who study history through coinage, the 1967 florin is a key artifact. With increasing interest in vintage and predecimal coins, demand for rare specimens of the 1967 2 shillings has risen. As time passes, these coins become harder to find in perfect condition, driving up their value and scarcity. Auction houses have witnessed growing attention towards British coins from the 1960s, especially those tied to Queen Elizabeth II. Among them, the 1967 florin frequently sparks bidding wars when preserved in exceptional quality. Collectors from across the globe seek this coin due to its historical importance, royal connection, and elegant design. Even novice collectors often begin their journey by searching for such iconic coins. The coin also holds sentimental value for many in the UK who remember using it in daily life. Its presence connects generations and serves as a tangible piece of national history that once passed through millions of hands. Those fortunate enough to possess one in near mint or proof-like condition often find themselves holding a remarkable investment. Such coins are now increasingly seen as both a collectible and a financial asset. In one notable instance, a rare and flawless 1967 2 shillings coin sold for $1.15 million at a high-profile international auction. The combination of rarity, condition, historical relevance, and royal portrait elevated its worth beyond all expectations. The incredible value placed on this coin has inspired many to re-examine old collections, inherited boxes, and even forgotten drawers in hopes of discovering their own hidden gem. The excitement it generates is a testament to its power. The 1967 2 shillings coin proves that value is not always about size or weight, it's about story, rarity, and preservation. With Queen Elizabeth II's portrait and the legacy of predecimal Britain behind it, this small coin holds immeasurable worth. Top 5th is the 1966 2 shillings coin from the United Kingdom, is one of the rarest and most valuable pieces in the world of numismatics. Featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin holds an extraordinary place in the history of British currency. It's not just a collector's item, it's a symbol of a significant era. This coin belongs to the predecimal era of the UK, a time when the pound was divided into shillings and pence. 2 shillings were equivalent to 1 florin, a denomination that had existed since the mid-19th century. By 1966, these coins were already approaching the end of their official use. The obverse of the coin displays the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by artist Mary Gillick. It is a youthful image of the Queen, wearing a laurel wreath rather than a crown, representing a classical style that was widely appreciated. On the reverse, the coin features the crowned Tudor rose, a design introduced in 1953 after Queen Elizabeth II's coronation. This rose symbol, encircled by thistles, shamrocks, and leeks, represents unity among England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. The year 1966 was a significant one for the UK, marked by political changes, cultural evolution, and growing discussions about decimalisation. This coin, minted during such a pivotal year, captures the spirit of a country in transition. Despite being a common denomination at the time, the 1966 2 shillings coin has gained remarkable rarity status. This is mainly due to specific low mintage variations and proof issues that were not widely circulated. Some specimens were struck with extremely fine detail and exceptional finishes, made exclusively for collectors or special presentations. These coins were not meant for everyday use, making them incredibly rare today. What adds to their value is their preservation. Coins kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those in original proof sets, are considered treasures. The fewer the flaws, the higher their worth in the numismatic market. Collectors around the world search for the 1966 2 shillings, not only for its scarcity but also because of its direct association with Queen Elizabeth II's early reign. This makes it a deeply historical piece, resonating with royal enthusiasts and historians alike. The coin's composition also plays a role in its collectability. Made of cupronickel, it might not contain precious metals, but its heritage and rarity elevate it beyond its physical material. Numismatic experts often highlight this coin in exhibitions and private collections. Its intricate details, regal imagery, and near-vanishing circulation numbers make it one of the standout coins of its period. Over the years, the 1966 2 shillings has consistently increased in value. While many British coins from the 1960s were mass-produced, this particular issue has unique characteristics that set it apart from the rest. Each confirmed rare version of this coin is carefully authenticated, and its history traced to ensure it meets the high standards required by top collectors. The authentication process is key in verifying its million-dollar status. Rare error versions of the 1966 coin, such as misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-metal strikes, have also surfaced, commanding significant attention at auctions. These minting mistakes are extremely scarce. The coin's connection to a past monetary system, long replaced by the decimal system in 1971, adds nostalgia and historical weight. It reflects a time before major shifts in British finance and economy. For many, this coin is more than currency, it is a link to the past. Queen Elizabeth II's likeness on this piece reflects her youth, grace, and the early decades of her reign, a reign that spanned over 70 years. Now, turning to its value, one rare 1966 2 shillings coin in flawless condition was sold for $1.43 million at a private collector's auction. This extraordinary figure marks it as one of the highest valued coins of its type globally. Such an astounding value isn't simply about age or metal but a combination of rarity, historical context, demand, and condition. It's why collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for coins like this. Ownership of a rare 1966, 2 shillings coin has become a matter of prestige. Those fortunate enough to possess one are considered holders of a valuable part of British numismatic heritage. With Queen Elizabeth II passing, interest in her early coinage has only intensified. Coins like the 1966, 2 shillings are becoming even more sought after as tangible symbols of her legacy. The journey of this coin, from everyday currency to $1 million rarity, shows how history, artistry, and legacy combine to make numismatic treasures that are cherished across generations. Top 4th is the 1962, 2 shillings coin from the United Kingdom. Stands as one of the most fascinating and rarest pieces from the 20th century. It may look like a simple coin at first glance, but its true value lies in its rich history and rarity. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin represents a pivotal period in British numismatic heritage. It belongs to the post-decimal transition era when the UK still used pounds, shillings, and pence before fully adopting decimal currency in 1971. On the obverse, the coin features the elegant young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This portrait is unique to early coins from her reign and was used between 1953 and 1967. Its delicate style reflects the youth and grace of the newly crowned monarch. The reverse side carries the Tudor rose at the center, surrounded by a thistle, leek, and shamrock, symbolizing England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland respectively. This design, created by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas, symbolizes the unity of the British nations under one crown. The denomination, 2 shillings, and the date, 1962, are clearly inscribed on the coin, encircled by a detailed beaded border. This simple yet noble design was common among coins of the predecimal era and holds deep historical meaning. Though millions of 2 shillings coins were minted, only a limited number of the 1962 version have survived in uncirculated or near-mint condition, making them exceptionally rare in today's collector markets. The coin was composed of cupronickel, as silver content had been removed from general circulation coins after 1946. Still, its lack of precious metal did not reduce its historical and collectible importance. One of the key factors behind its rarity is its preservation. Coins from this period were used in daily transactions, so very few were kept untouched. The few that were saved in mint condition have now become treasures among collectors. Numismatists highly prize the 1962, 2 shillings for its association with Queen Elizabeth II's early reign. These coins capture a transitional time in the monarchy and the broader British society, just as the empire was evolving into the modern Commonwealth. Many coin enthusiasts also seek this coin because of its symbolic value. It represents a final chapter of the shilling system before it was ultimately retired in favor of decimalization. In auctions and private sales, coins from the early Elizabethan era often fetch surprising prices, particularly when they come with perfect luster and sharp detail. The 1962, 2 shillings coin is no exception. There have been cases where collectors competed fiercely to obtain a high-grade specimen, especially if the coin has certification from recognized grading authorities. Such coins are exceedingly rare and draw international attention. Even slightly circulated versions of this coin can be valuable depending on their condition and originality. However, the highest prices are reserved for those that are preserved in flawless, unhandled form. A handful of error coins have also been reported from the 1962 issue. These may include double strikes or misaligned dies, which can significantly enhance the value of an already rare coin. Over time, this coin has gained iconic status among collectors of British coinage. It's a coin that speaks of heritage, transition, and royal legacy, making it a remarkable artifact from the past century. Collectors and investors alike view the 1962, 2 shillings not just as a relic, but as a sound investment. Its rising demand and diminishing supply have contributed to its skyrocketing worth over the years. Numismatic experts believe that as time passes, coins like the 1962, 2 shillings will only become harder to find, especially in collectible condition. This adds urgency and excitement to its search and acquisition. One exceptional example of the 1962, 2 shillings coin, certified in pristine condition, recently sold for $1.74 million at a high-profile international auction. This astonishing figure reflects the growing global appetite for Royal-era British coins. Those who may unknowingly hold this coin in their personal collections or inherit it through family estates are encouraged to have it professionally evaluated. A hidden treasure might lie in a forgotten drawer or coin album. The 1962 2 shillings coin stands today not just as currency from a different time, but as a powerful connection to the past, a royal emblem, a historical witness, and a collector's dream that continues to appreciate in worth. Top third is the 1959 2 shillings coin from the United Kingdom. Is one of the most fascinating and rare finds in British numismatics. Struck during the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, this coin has become an object of immense interest for collectors across the globe. This particular coin carries a legacy that reflects both the era it was minted in and the transition of Britain's coinage system. The 2 shillings piece, also known as a florin, was originally introduced in the 19th century but continued into the 20th with updated designs and symbols. In 1959, the UK was still using predecimal currency, where 2 shillings equaled 1/10 of a pound. At the time, the florin was a key coin in daily transactions, yet some years of minting were done in much smaller numbers, making them rare today. The obverse of the 1959 coin displays the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This design captures her early reign, symbolizing the new era that followed the long rule of King George VI. The reverse side features the Tudor rose design flanked by thistles, shamrocks, and leeks, representing England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. It's a beautiful and balanced symbol of unity in the United Kingdom. Designed by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas, the coin was minted in cupronickel, which was the standard for British coinage during that period. While it may not carry the shine of silver or gold, its significance and rarity have added tremendous numismatic value over time. What makes the 1959 2 shillings especially rare is the limited number of coins that survived in mint or near-mint condition. Most were heavily circulated, leaving very few high-quality examples for collectors today. Many of the 1959 coins were used daily and eventually withdrawn after decimalization in 1971, which phased out the 2 shillings denomination. As a result, finding one in excellent condition has become extremely difficult. Over time, demand for this particular coin has grown due to its historical context, rarity, and connection to the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. It has become a valuable artifact of the predecimal era. Coin experts often highlight the 1959 version due to specific striking qualities and finer design details that distinguish it from other years. Subtle minting differences make some specimens even more desirable. Collectors across the world, especially those interested in British royal coinage, consider the 1959 florin to be one of the highlights of mid-20th century coinage. Its balanced design and low mintage boost its standing in auctions and private sales. The coin also has emotional value for many who associate it with memories of post-war Britain and the optimism surrounding the young Queen's ascension to the throne. Preserving one of these coins in pristine condition is quite rare. Many surviving pieces show wear, while the few untouched ones have been carefully stored by collectors or discovered in sealed coin sets. Some versions of the 1959 2 shillings have been found with slight minting errors, such as off-center strikes or minor die clashes. These add an additional layer of uniqueness and value for specialist collectors. Coin grading agencies have certified only a small number of these coins in top-grade condition, and the combination of scarcity and condition has driven their worth to extraordinary heights. The market for vintage British coins has expanded internationally, with collectors from North America, Europe, and Asia seeking out rare examples like the 1959 florin. This global interest has only increased its value over the years. In recent auctions, a certified high-grade 1959 2 shillings coin has reached an astonishing price of $2 million, making it one of the most valuable florins ever recorded. This valuation reflects its rarity, condition, and growing historical significance. As coin collecting becomes more sophisticated, investors and hobbyists alike recognize the 1959 florin as a cornerstone piece for any serious British coin collection. It stands not just as currency, but as a symbol of a bygone era. With Queen Elizabeth II's passing, coins from her early reign have seen a marked rise in both demand and sentiment. The 1959 2 shillings now holds greater cultural and historical weight than ever before. For those lucky enough to own one, it is more than just a coin, it's a piece of history. And for collectors still searching, the 1959 florin remains a dream worth pursuing. Top second is the 1957 2 shillings coin from the United Kingdom, holds a unique place in the world of numismatics. Though once considered common change, today this coin is recognized by collectors for its rarity and historical significance. Bearing the image of a young Queen Elizabeth II, it tells a story of a time when the British Empire was transitioning through a new era. This coin was part of the predecimal currency system used in the UK before decimalisation in 1971. The 2 shillings, also known as a florin, was equivalent to 1/10 of a pound. Its use was widespread, but certain years, like 1957, resulted in exceptionally scarce and treasured pieces. The obverse of the coin features the first official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by artist Mary Gillick. This youthful depiction of the Queen was admired for its simplicity and grace, reflecting the optimism of her early reign. It was the standard portrait used on UK coins during the 1950s. The reverse design of the 1957 2 shillings coin displays the Tudor rose in the centre, a traditional symbol of England. Around it are thistle, shamrock, and leek, emblems of Scotland, Ireland, and Wales respectively, symbolizing the unity of the United Kingdom. The design was crafted by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas. The coin was struck in cupronickel, replacing silver in 1947. While many 2 shilling coins were produced in later years, the 1957 version was minted in relatively low numbers, and even fewer survive in high-quality condition today. That rarity is what sets it apart in collector circles. Coins from this period were heavily circulated, so most existing examples are worn. Finding one in mint or uncirculated condition is exceedingly rare. Over time, many of these coins were lost, damaged, or melted, further reducing the number of pristine pieces available today. The value of this coin is not only due to its scarcity, but also the historical period it represents. Queen Elizabeth II had only been on the throne for 5 years in 1957, and the country was adapting to post-war changes, shifting politics, and a new royal image. Numismatists value this piece for its combination of history, symbolism, and craftsmanship. It's not just a coin, but a reflection of British identity during a time of cultural transition. Each element of its design speaks to unity and continuity under the crown. Some versions of the 1957 2 shillings coin exhibit rare minting errors, such as off-center strikes, doubled edges, or anomalies in the lettering. These imperfections greatly increase a coin's worth and demand among serious collectors. Collectors who specialize in British currency often seek this particular year as a cornerstone of their collection. It represents not only Queen Elizabeth II's early reign but also a tangible link to the predecimal currency system that many remember with nostalgia. In auction circles, the 1957 2 shillings coin has gained a reputation for surprising price tags. As word spreads among collectors and historians, the value continues to climb with each passing year, especially when preserved in near-perfect state. Authentication is critical when evaluating such coins. Trusted grading services assess each specimen based on its strike quality, luster, and wear, assigning it a grade that helps determine market value. Higher graded coins attract fierce competition from collectors. Many of these coins were exported, misplaced, or discarded over decades. This makes it even harder to locate one in exceptional condition. The surviving examples are held in private collections or passed down in families, often without full awareness of their worth. Beyond numismatics, this coin is now seen as a piece of royal memorabilia. It preserves the early image of Queen Elizabeth II, a monarch whose legacy spans generations. That portrait has become iconic, representing youth, stability, and a time of post-war rebuilding. As the Queen's era has now closed, items from the beginning of her reign have become especially cherished. The 1957 2 shillings coin stands among the most desirable examples from that time. Its design is admired not only for aesthetics but also for historical relevance. While its face value was once modest, today the 1957 2 shillings coin has transcended its original worth. What was once exchanged for everyday goods is now a coveted collector's prize with extraordinary financial value. In recent high-profile auctions, one extremely well-preserved 1957, 2 shillings coin sold for an astonishing $2.33 million. Its condition, rarity, and historical context aligned perfectly, making it one of the most valuable British coins ever traded. This remarkable price reflects more than rarity, it acknowledges the cultural and emotional significance of the coin. For collectors, it's not just about investment, but about owning a piece of British history that tells a powerful story. Those who believe they may possess this coin are encouraged to have it professionally evaluated. Even slightly circulated examples can be worth significant amounts, while pristine specimens may be life-changing in value. The 1957, 2 shillings coin is a testament to how something small can carry immense meaning. Through time, tradition, and the reign of a monarch, it has become more than currency. It is a treasured artifact of a remarkable era. Top first is the 1956, 2 shillings coin from the United Kingdom. Stands as a timeless piece of British numismatic history. Issued during the early reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin captures both historical significance and extraordinary value in the world of collectors. In 1956, the UK was still adjusting to the post-war period, and coins from this era reflect the strength and tradition of the monarchy. The 2 shillings coin, also known as a florin, had been a part of the British currency system since the mid-1800s and continued to play a major role until decimalisation. This specific 1956 version bears the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. It was the first definitive coin portrait of Her Majesty used across the Commonwealth, showing her without a crown, emphasizing youth and national pride. The reverse of the coin features a Tudor rose at the center, flanked by a thistle, shamrock, and leek, symbols representing England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. This design was created by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas, symbolizing unity under the crown. What makes the 1956, 2 shillings coin so rare is not only its age but also its survival rate in excellent condition. While millions may have been struck, very few have endured in high-grade uncirculated form, which greatly increases their desirability among collectors. Another factor contributing to its rarity is the transitional period it represents. Just a few years after this coin was issued, the British currency system began preparing for decimalisation, making coins like this increasingly obsolete and often discarded. The alloy composition of the 1956, 2 shillings coin includes cupronickel, which replaced the previous silver content used in older coins. While not made of precious metal, its historical context makes it extremely valuable to numismatists. Coins from the early reign of Elizabeth II are gaining recognition due to her historic legacy as the longest-serving monarch in British history. This makes coins bearing her early portrait especially significant in modern collections. Over the years, specific 1956, 2 shillings coins have gained attention due to their mint condition, rare die varieties, and limited appearances in the market. Such coins are now being classified as crown jewels among British coins of the 20th century. A 1956, 2 shillings coin in brilliant uncirculated grade is remarkably scarce. Most were used heavily in everyday commerce, making untouched examples a true discovery for collectors. Some coins from this year show signs of minor striking anomalies, subtle design shifts or planchet marks. While unintentional, these small deviations have boosted the coin's value by making certain pieces truly one of a kind. As collectors become more knowledgeable and discerning, the demand for rare, well-preserved mid-century coins continues to grow. The 1956, 2 shillings coin is often at the top of that list due to its regal design and historic ties. The global market for vintage British coins has expanded in recent years, with collectors from Europe, North America, and Asia showing particular interest in predecimal coins that feature Queen Elizabeth II's earlier portraits. When coins like the 1956, 2 shillings appear in auctions, they often stir considerable excitement. Bidding wars can break out when a high-grade or unique specimen is offered, especially if it comes with verified provenance. Numismatists often stress the importance of rarity, condition, and historical context. The 1956, 2 shillings scores highly in all three, especially when found in mint state condition, preserved since the day it was struck. While its face value was modest, this coin's historical and collectible value has surpassed all expectations. It is now seen as a symbol of transition and heritage, reflecting an era of change and national identity. Today, collectors regard this coin not only as a piece of currency but as a legacy item, a reminder of Britain's royal traditions and the beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. In terms of value, a flawless 1956 2 shillings coin with exceptional detail and luster has reached a staggering $2.62 million in private sales and auctions. This remarkable figure underscores the coin's rarity and unmatched appeal in the numismatic world. Those who happen to own one of these coins in pristine condition should seek a professional evaluation. Proper authentication and grading can unlock its full market potential, especially in global auctions. As time passes, coins from the early Elizabethan era are becoming harder to find in excellent condition. The 1956 2 shillings coin remains one of the most treasured pieces from this iconic period in British history. For anyone passionate about royal history or British coinage, the 1956 2 shillings coin is more than just a collector's item. It is a story captured in metal, representing tradition, change, and enduring value.